Namaste, and once again welcome back to another session of online mathematics class. Today we are going to discuss some important problems from miscellaneous exercise on chapter 6. Let's start. It's the second question from the exercise. Show that the function given by f of x is equal to log x by x has maximum at x equal to e. Okay. So let us take the function f of x is equal to log x by x. Here we can apply the second derivative test. F dash of x is equal to quotient form. So quotient rule. Denominator x into derivative of numerator log x derivative 1 by x minus numerator log x into derivative of denominator. Derivative of x is 1 divided by square of the denominator, that is x square. Here x and x we can cancel. The remaining is 1 minus log x divided by x square. Now we can find the second order derivative f double dash of x equal to, here also quotient rule. So x square into derivative of numerator, derivative of 1 is 0, then minus log x, so minus 1 by x. Then minus numerator 1 minus log x into derivative of denominator, x square derivative 2x, whole divided by square of the denominator, x square the whole square, that is x power 4. Here also we can cancel on x. Is equal to x into minus 1 minus x, then here minus of 1 minus log x into 2x all divided by x power 4. From the numerator we can take on x common. So x into, here minus 1, here we can multiply this minus sign and remove the bracket. 1 2 is here, so minus 1 into 2, that is minus 2, minus into minus plus, then 2 into log x, 2 log x, okay, divided by x power 4. This x and x power 4 we can cancel, here x cube. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, then plus 2 log x divided by x cube. Okay. Now we have to equate the first order derivative to 0 in order to find the critical point. So f dash of x equal to 0 implies 1 minus log x by x square is equal to 0, and which implies 1 minus log x equal to 0, or we can write log x equal to 1. Log x equal to 1 implies x equal to e. Okay, so here the critical point is e, and we have to check the sign of f double dash of x, the second order derivative at x equal to e. Okay, so when x is equal to e, f double dash of e is equal to, here we can replace x by e, minus 3 plus 2 log e divided by e cube, that is minus 3 plus log e is 1, so plus 2 divided by e cube, or we can write minus 1 divided by e cube, which is less than 0. Okay, therefore we can conclude, therefore f has a maximum at x is equal to e. Understood? Now we move on to question number 5. Show that the normal at any point theta to the curve x equal to a cos theta plus a theta sin theta, y equal to a sin theta minus a theta cos theta is at a constant distance from the origin. Okay, so it is given in parametric form. So first of all we can find dx by d theta and dy by d theta. Okay, so x equal to a cos theta plus a theta sin theta. From this we can write dx by d theta a into cos theta derivative minus sin theta. Here A into theta into sin theta, product rule. So theta cos theta plus sin theta into 1, which is equal to minus A sin theta, then plus A theta cos theta, A into sin theta plus A sin theta. Here minus A sin theta plus A sin theta we can cancel, and A theta cos theta. Now the y value is A sin theta minus A theta cos theta. Here we can find dy by d theta, which is equal to A into cos theta, then minus A into, here also product rule, theta into minus sin theta, then plus cos theta into 1, and which is equal to A cos theta minus into minus plus A theta sin theta, A theta sin theta, then minus A cos theta. Here we can cancel A cos theta minus A cos theta. The remaining is A theta sin theta. Okay. Now we got the values of dx by d theta and dy by d theta. From this we can find dy by dx. So dy by dx is equal to dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta, and which is equal to A theta sin theta divided by A theta cos theta. Okay, A theta we can cancel. The remaining is sin theta by cos theta. Here I am not going to write it as tan theta. We write as it is, sin theta by cos theta. Then only we can derive the formula. Okay. So here we can write slope of the tangent. Slope of the tangent at theta is dy by dx. Okay. Here it is sin theta by cos theta. And the slope of the normal will be the negative reciprocal of this term, that is minus cos theta divided by sin theta. Okay, now we have to write the equation of the normal. Here we have to show that the normal at any point theta to the curve is equal to A cos theta plus A theta sin theta, and y equal to A sin theta minus A theta cos theta is at a constant distance from the origin. That we have to prove. For that, first we can write equation of normal. Clear? So here equation of normal is y minus y0. You have to write this value A sin theta minus A theta cos theta, which is equal to slope of the normal. We find it as minus cos theta divided by sin theta into x minus x0. So x minus of, we should write the value of x, A cos theta plus A theta sin theta. So here A cos theta, then plus A theta sin theta. Okay. Now we can cross multiply the sin theta to left side. So sin theta into y minus of A sin theta, then minus A theta cos theta, and which is equal to minus cos theta into x minus of A cos theta plus A theta sin theta. Okay, you can multiply and remove the bracket. Sin theta into y, that can be written as y sin theta, then minus A sin theta, here sin theta, so minus A sin square theta. Okay, minus of minus plus A theta cos theta, then sin theta, so A theta sin theta cos theta, which is equal to, here also we can multiply minus x cos theta minus of minus plus a cos square theta, then minus into plus minus, here on minus, so plus a theta sin theta cos theta. Okay, we can cancel a theta sin theta cos theta on both sides, and we can rearrange the terms. Minus x cos theta we can take to left side, x cos theta, then we can write the first term plus y sin theta, which is equal to, this time we can take to right side, minus a sin square theta, it becomes plus a sin square theta, here on plus a cos square theta, and from this we can take on a common, a into sin square theta plus cos square theta. And what is sin square theta plus cos square theta? It is 1. So a into 1, which is equal to a. That is, we got x cos theta plus y sin theta equal to a. And we know this is of the form equation of a straight line in normal form. Okay, as we have learned in 11th standard, the chapter straight lines. Okay, equation of a straight line in normal form is what? X cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p, where p is the distance from the origin. Okay, so here we got the equation of the normal as x cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to a, and clearly it is a straight line in normal form. So what we can conclude? A here means distance from the origin. So here A is a constant, and we have to prove is at a constant distance from the origin. The normal is at a constant distance from the origin. That we got. Clear? So here we can write the conclusion as, here A is the distance from the origin, and hence we can say what? The normal is at a constant distance from the origin. Understood? Now we move on to question number 8. Find the maximum area of an isosceles triangle inscribed in the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 with its vertex at one end of the major axis. So this ellipse is of the first type, major axis x axis. Okay, x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So we can draw an ellipse with the major axis x axis. Here an isosceles triangle is inscribed in the ellipse with its vertex at one end of the major axis. Here I take the left end. So here we can draw a triangle, isosceles triangle. Okay, so this is an isosceles triangle with one vertex at the end of the major axis. Here if we take the vertex as A, here A is a point at one end of the major axis. Here we can mark B and here C. And the point of intersection with the axis we can mark it as P. Okay. If we take the coordinate of the point B as x comma y, then this will be x comma minus y. The coordinate of C will be x comma minus y. So the distance from origin to P, OP will be equal to x and PB will be equal to how much? Y. Okay. And length of the major axis is 2a and length of semi major axis, this length OA we can mark it as small letter a. Okay, length of the semi-major axis is what? A. Okay, so here we can write the terms. OA is equal to A, then OP is equal to X, then PB is equal to Y, PC is also Y. Okay, these are equal distance. PC is equal to Y. Now we can write the area of triangle ABC. So area of triangle ABC equal to half into BH. Okay, here we can write area A is equal to half into base. We can take the base as BC. BC is Y plus Y, that is 2Y into height. The corresponding height is AP and it is A plus X. Okay, area is equal to 1 by 2 into 2y into A plus X, half BH. 2 and 2 we can cancel, y into A plus X. Now we have to replace the value of y from the given equation. So we can solve the equation x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, which implies y square by b square is equal to 1 minus x square by a square. That is y square by b square is equal to, on cross multiplication we get a square minus x square by a square, which implies y square is equal to b square, we can cross multiply b square by a square into a square minus x square. Or y is equal to root of this term, that is b by a into root of a square minus x square. That value we can replace here, that is area is equal to y into b by a into root of a square minus x square into a plus x. Okay, this is the area function. Now we can start the process in the second derivative test. Okay. So here area A is equal to b by a into root of a square minus x square into a plus x. Now we can square on both sides. A square is equal to b square by a square into, this root changes, a square minus x square into a plus x the whole square. Okay. Now we can differentiate with respect to x. D by dx of a square equal to this b square by a square into, here we can apply the product rule, a square minus x square into a plus x the whole square. Derivative is 2 into a plus x. Derivative of x square is what? 2x. So we can write 2 into a plus x. Then plus second function a plus x the whole square into derivative of first function a square is 0, then minus x square, that is minus 2x. Okay, which is equal to b square by a square. Here we can consider a square minus b square. A square minus b square is what? A plus b into a minus b. So here we got on a plus x, here also on a plus x. So a plus x the whole square we can take it common. On 2 also common. So 2 into a plus x the whole square is common. Here after applying the identity, the remaining is a minus x. A plus x into a minus x. That a plus x we take it out. So a minus x. A minus x. Here on minus sign. Then 2 we take it out. Remaining is on x. Okay. Which is equal to 2b square by a square into a plus x the whole square. Here a minus 2x. Okay, this is first order derivative d by dx of a square. Now we have to find the second order derivative, that is d square by dx square of a square. Okay. So here we can find the second order derivative d square by dx square of a square, which is equal to 2b square by a square into, again product rule, a plus x the whole square into derivative of second function, that is minus 2, then plus a minus 2x into Derivative of first function 2 into a plus x. Here we can take on 2 into a plus x common. So 2b square by a square into 2 into a plus x. Then in first term, one minus sign and a plus x. Here plus a minus 2x. Okay. So which is equal to 2 2s are 4. 4b square by a square. Then a plus x. Here we can multiply minus a minus x plus a minus 2x. Minus a and a plus a we can cancel, which is equal to 4b square by a square into a plus x, then minus x minus 2x, that is minus 3x. Here we can multiply this one, 4 into minus 3, minus 12 b square by a square, then 1 x into a plus x. Okay, this is the second order derivative. Now we have to get the first order derivative to 0 in order to get the critical point. Okay. Now d by dx of a square equal to 0 implies 2b square by a square into a plus x the whole square, then a minus 2x is equal to 0. From this we can write a plus x the whole square equal to 0 or a minus 2x is equal to 0. A plus x equal to 0 or a is equal to 2x. X equal to minus a or x equal to a by 2. But x not equal to minus a. Therefore, x equal to a by 2. Now we have to check the sign of the second order derivative when x is equal to a by 2. For that, here we can replace the value when x equal to a by 2, d square by dx square of a square equal to 12b square minus 12b square by a square into a by 2, then a plus a by 2. Here on a we can cancel, 2 and 12 we can cancel, 6. Minus 6b square by a, here we can cross multiply 2a plus a divided by 2. This 2 and 6 we can cancel, 3. So which is equal to minus 3b square by a into 2a plus a, 3a. This a and a we can cancel, and which is equal to minus 9b square. Clearly it is less than 0. Okay. Therefore we can conclude area is maximum when x is equal to a by 2. Now we have to find the maximum area. Now to find the maximum area, we have to replace x by a by 2. So here it is b by a, then root of a square minus a by 2 the whole square, then a plus a by 2. That is b by a. Here we can write a square minus a square by 4. Here we can cross multiply 2a plus a by 2. That is b by a. We can cross multiply 4a square minus a square divided by 4. 3a by 2. That is b by a root of 3a square by 4 into 3a by 2. This can be written as b by a into root 3 by 2a, okay, into 3a by 2. This a and a we can cancel. and which is equal to 3 root 3 by 4 AB square units. So area of the isosceles triangle will be equal to 3 root 3 by 4 AB square units. Clear? Now the next question is, a tank with rectangular base and rectangular sides open at the top is to be constructed so that its depth is 2 meter and volume is 8 meter cube. If building of tank cost rupees 70 per square meters for the base and rupees 45 per square meter for sides, what is the cost of least expensive tank? Least means minimum. Okay. So first of all, we can draw on a rough figure on tank, rectangular base and rectangular sides. So it's like a cuboid. Here the height is given as 2 meter. Okay. Let us take the length of the tank be x and breadth be y. Okay. Let x be the length and y be the breadth of the tank. Here height is given as 2 meter and volume is given as 8 meter cube. So we can write LBH is equal to 8, length into breadth into height, volume. Okay. And length we take it as x, breadth as y, and height is 2, which is equal to 8. Or we can write xy is equal to 8 by 2, xy is equal to 4, or y is equal to 4 by x. Clear? Now we can find the area of the base. Area of the base is equal to length x, breadth y, so xy. Okay. And we can write the cost of building the base. Cost of building the base is equal to, for building the base of the tank, it costs rupees 70 per square meters. Okay. So we have to multiply this one into 70. So 70 xy. Here we can give the value of y in terms of x, 4 by x. So 70 x into 4 by x. Here x and x cancel. 70 into 4, 280. 280 is the cost of building the base of the tank. Clear? Now we can find the area of 4 sides. So area of 4 sides will be equal to, 4 sides mean 4 sides of the tank, the lateral surface area of the cuboid, and we know the formula is 2 into L plus B into H. Here it is 2 into x plus y into H. H is 2. So we can write 4 into x plus y. Now we can find the cost of building the 4 sides. Cost of building 4 walls or 4 sides will be equal to, the cost is 45. The rate is 45 per square meter. So we have to multiply 45 into 4 into x plus y, and which is equal to 45 into 4. 45 into 4 is what? 180 into x plus y. Replace the value of y, 180 into x plus 4 by x. Okay. So here we have to find the minimum cost. So we can write the total cost. Total cost as C. Okay, or C of x, which is equal to cost of building the base plus cost of building the 4 sides. Okay, and cost of building the base we got it as 280, then plus cost of building the 4 sides or 4 walls is equal to 180 into x plus 4 by x. So this will be the cost function. Now we can take the derivative with respect to x. dc by dx is equal to 280 is a constant, derivative 0, plus 180 into derivative of x is 1, then 4 into derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. Okay, that we can written as 180 into x square minus 4 divided by x square. Okay, and the second order derivative d square c by dx square is equal to 180 into, from this step we can take the derivative, 1 derivative 0, then minus 4 into 1 by x square, we can treat it as x raised to minus 2, and we can apply the formula n x raised to n minus 1 minus 2 x raised to minus 3. Okay, or we can write 180 into 8 by x cube. Okay, now to find the critical point, we have to get the first order derivative to 0. dc by dx equal to 0 implies 180 into x square minus 4 by x square equal to 0. And from this we can write x square minus 4 equal to 0, which implies x square equal to 4, or we can write x equal to 2. So the value of x is 2. We have to check the sign of second order derivative at x equal to 2. So when x equal to 2, d square c by dx square is equal to 180 into 8 by 8. 8 and 8 cancel, which gives 180, and clearly it is greater than 0. So what we can conclude? Second order derivative is positive. That means the function attains its minimum value at the critical point. So here the cost is minimum when x is equal to 2. And then we can find the minimum cost. Okay. Therefore, cost is minimum when x is equal to 2. And the minimum cost is equal to, we can replace the value in cost function, 280 plus 180 into x plus 4 by x. Okay, that is 280 plus 180 into, here we can put the value 2, 2 plus 4 by 2. This 2 and 2 we can cancel. That is 280 plus 180 into 4. So 280 plus 180 into 4. 0, 8 4s are 32, 3 balance, here 7. Okay, 280 plus 720, 1000. So rupees 1000. So the minimum cost for building the tank will be equal to 1000 rupees. Clear? The next question is, the sum of the perimeter of a circle and a square is k, where k is some constant. Prove that the sum of their areas is least when the side of the square is double the radius of the circle. Okay, we have to prove a relation. The sum of the perimeter of a circle and a square is k. So let the radius of the circle be r, and the side of the square be x. Okay. Now it is given that the perimeter of a circle and a square is k. So perimeter of circle is 2 pi r. So 2 pi r plus, given 2 pi r plus, then perimeter of square 4 into side, here 4x, which is equal to k. From this we can write 2 pi r is equal to k minus 4x, or r is equal to k minus 4x divided by 2 pi. Okay. Now we can write the area, combined area. So the combined area of the square and the circle B, capital A. So the combined area capital A is equal to pi r square plus x square. Area of square is a square, side into side, here it is x, so x square. That is A is equal to pi into the value of r in terms of x is k minus 4x divided by 2 pi. Here we can replace k minus 4x by 2 pi the whole square. And then plus x square. That is pi into k minus 4x the whole square divided by 2 pi the whole square, that is 4 pi square, then plus x square. Here we can cancel on pi and pi, and the remaining is k minus 4x the whole square divided by 4 pi, then plus x square. So this is the area function. Now we have to take the first order derivative, second order derivative, and so on. That means we have to apply the second derivative test. Here the area is least. Least means minimum. Means the value of the second order derivative at the critical point will be greater than 0. And the condition is such that the side of the square is double the radius of the circle. Okay. Here A is equal to k minus 4x the whole square by 4 pi plus x square. Now dA by dx is equal to 2 into k minus 4x into derivative of k minus 4x, it is minus 4, divided by 4 pi, then plus 2x. This 4 and 4 we can cancel. So which is equal to, this minus we can write first, minus 2 into k minus 4x by pi, then plus 2x. Now we can take the second order derivative, d square a by dx square is equal to minus 2 into derivative of a constant is 0. So here minus 4. Minus 2 into minus 4 divided by pi, then plus 2 into 1, 2. That is 8 by pi plus 2. Clearly it is greater than 0. No need to check the critical point. So we can find the value of x when dA by dx equal to 0. So dA by dx equal to 0 implies minus 2 into k minus 4x by pi, then plus 2x equal to 0. So here we can write minus 2 into k minus 4x divided by pi equal to minus 2x. This 2 we can cancel, minus sign also cancel. Pi we can cross multiply. K minus 4x is equal to pi x, or k is equal to pi x plus 4x. That is k is equal to, here x is common, x into pi plus 4, or x is equal to k by pi plus 4. Okay, and when x equal to k by pi plus 4, d square a by dx square is greater than 0, since there is no term involving x, and clearly it is a positive quantity. Okay, so when x equal to k by pi plus 4, d square a by dx square is greater than 0. Therefore, what we can conclude? Therefore, the area is minimum when x equal to k by pi plus 4. Okay. Now we have r is equal to k minus 4x divided by 2 pi. Here we can replace the value of x. So r is equal to k minus 4 into, what is the x value we got? K by pi plus 4. So k by pi plus 4 divided by 2 pi. Here we can cross multiply. K into pi plus 4 minus 4k divided by this 2 pi and this denominator pi plus 4. Okay, we can change the bracket. K pi plus 4k minus 4k divided by 2 pi into pi plus 4. This 4k minus 4k, r is equal to k pi divided by 2 pi into pi plus 4. This pi and pi we can cancel. K by 2 into pi plus 4. Okay. And what is k by pi plus 4? K by pi plus 4 is x. Okay. So r is equal to 1 by 2 x. Or we can cross multiply this one. 2r is equal to x. That is x is equal to 2r. X equal to 2r means side of the square is 2 times the radius. That we have to prove. Okay. Now we move on to question number 11. A window is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. So here is a window, rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. Okay. The total perimeter of the window is 10 meter. The total perimeter is given as 10 meter. Find the dimensions of the window to admit maximum light through the whole opening. That means the area. Okay, area will be maximum. That we have to find out. Here we can take the radius of the semicircular opening as x. So this width will be 2x. Okay, x plus x, 2x. And this height we can take it as y. Okay. And the perimeter of the window is given as 10. Perimeter is equal to 10 meter. So perimeter means the perimeter of the semicircle, that is pi r. Here it is pi x. Okay. Perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. Here it is semicircular shape. So pi x. Then plus here one 2x and y here also y. So 2y, which is equal to 10. From this we can write 2y is equal to 10 minus 2x minus 5x. Now we can find the area of the window. Area we can take it as A, capital A, is equal to area of the rectangle, that is length into breadth, 2x into y. Okay, then plus area of the semicircle, and it is half pi r square, here half pi x square. The radius is x, so we can write half pi x square. Now we can replace the value of 2y. So instead of 2y we can write x into 10 minus 2x minus 5x, then plus half into pi x square. Okay, this x we can multiply 10x minus 2x square minus pi x square, then plus half pi x square. So this is area function. Clear? Now we can find the derivative. dA by dx is equal to 10 minus 4x minus 2 pi x, then plus half pi into 2x. This 2 and 2 we can cancel. 10 minus 4x minus 2 pi x plus pi x. So this can be written as 10 minus 4x minus pi x minus 2 pi x plus pi x, which gives minus pi x. Now the second order derivative d square a by dx square is equal to derivative of a constant 0, then minus 4 minus pi. Okay. And dA by dx equal to 0 implies 10 minus 4x minus pi x is equal to 0. Or we can write 10 is equal to 4x plus pi x. We can take one x common, x into 4 plus pi. Or we can write x is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi. Now we can replace the value of x in the second order derivative. Here it is no term involving x. So we can write when x is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi, d square a by dx square is equal to minus 4 minus pi, which is less than 0. Therefore area is maximum when x is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi. Now we have to find the value of y also. We know the value of 2y. 2y is equal to 10 minus 2x minus pi x. Okay. 2y is equal to 10 minus 2x minus pi x. So it is equal to 10 minus 2 into 10 by 4 plus pi, then minus pi into 10 by 4 plus pi. Therefore 2y is equal to, here we can cross multiply 4 plus pi, 4 plus pi into 10, then minus 20 minus 10 pi, whole divided by 4 plus pi. 10 into 4, 40, 10 into pi, 10 pi, then minus 20 minus 10 pi, divided by 4 plus pi. Here minus 10 pi plus 10 pi we can cancel. 40 minus 20. 20 divided by 4 plus pi, and it is 2y. This 2 and 20 we can cancel 10. Okay. Therefore y is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi. So you can write the dimensions as length 2x. Okay. So 2x which is equal to 2 into 10 by 4 plus pi, which is equal to 20 by 4 plus pi meter, and the breadth is y. So the breadth is equal to y, which gives 10 by 4 plus pi meter. Clear? So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Thank you.